Seeds of Wisdom RV and Economic Updates Thursday afternoon, the 12th of December 24. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Good afternoon. Dinar recaps. Texas lawmaker proposes strategic Bitcoin reserve. Texas Representative Giovanni Capriglione proposed a taxpayer-free strategic Bitcoin reserve. Texas State Representative Giovanni Capriglione has introduced a bill to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the state. The announcement was made during a discussion on Spaces hosted by Dennis Porter of the Satoshi Action Fund, an organization focused on Bitcoin policy advocacy. Key provisions of the bill include acquiring Bitcoin as a reserve asset, storing the Bitcoin in cold storage for a minimum of 5 years, Black Small Square allowing residents to contribute Bitcoin donations, ensuring transparency through annual reports and audits, Black Small Square permitting state agencies to accept cryptocurrencies and convert them into Bitcoin, establishing guidelines for security and reserve management. The bill specifies that it will take effect immediately if passed with a 2/3 majority in both legislative houses. Otherwise, it will become effective on September 1, 2025. This proposal aligns with broader interest in Bitcoin reserves in the US and globally. Earlier this year, a similar federal strategic Bitcoin reserve bill was introduced by Senator Cynthia Lummis. Other states, such as Pennsylvania, and countries including Russia and Brazil, have also put forth similar initiatives. Lee Bratcher, president of the Texas Blockchain Council, expressed support for the proposal, highlighting Representative Capriglione's leadership role and noting that the plan does not involve taxpayer funding. The bill's progress will depend on legislative deliberation and public feedback, as its implications for Texas's financial strategy and digital asset policy come under consideration. Ray Dalio says to invest in BTC and gold, not debt assets. Report. Dalio says he is investing in BTC and gold, not debt assets, because the latter would lose their value due to an incoming debt crisis among major economies. Ray Dalio, an American investor and founder of the world's largest hedge fund, Bridgewater Associates, says he is investing in Bitcoin, BTC, and gold rather than debt assets. The billionaire, who now serves as Bridgewater Associates investment chief, is more interested in the precious metal and cryptocurrency because they're hard money. On the other hand, debt assets like bonds are to be avoided because major economies are bound to face debt crises in the coming years, leading to a decline in their value. BTC and gold over debt assets. According to a report from the South China Morning Post, Dalio dropped his remarks on BTC and gold during a speech on December 10 at the Abu Dhabi Finance Week, ADFW. He stated that all major economies, including the United States, China, and, excluding Germany, are seeing their indebtedness surge to unprecedented levels. Unfortunately, these levels are unsustainable, and there could be a debt money problem in the future. I believe that there would likely be a pending debt money problem. I want to steer away from debt assets like bonds and debt and have some hard money like gold and Bitcoin, Dalio said. The billionaire further explained that debt, money, the economy, acts of nature, and the invention of new technologies are the forces driving everything in the world. Other factors, such as countries' political and external geopolitical orders, could contribute significantly. Judging by Dalio's preference for BTC and gold, he believes these assets are the best for preserving wealth as the world reacts to these forces. Don't get too caught up on the twists and turns of the day-to-day headlines, and instead, think more about the big forces. Think strategically as well as tactically, taking a global perspective while recognizing that what you don't know about the future is more than what you do know, the Bridgewater founder added. BTC exceeds Dalio's expectations. Dalio used to be a Bitcoin critic a few years ago. In 2020, he opined that the crypto asset is unlikely to perform as remarkably as people hoped. Bitcoin was worth around $15,000 at the time. 4 years later, Dalio has become a Bitcoin advocate and now considers the cryptocurrency a better option than debt assets, especially with BTC crossing $100,000 for the first time. Roger Ver claims US targets him for Bitcoin advocacy, not taxes. Roger Ver, also known as Bitcoin Jesus, contests US DOJ tax evasion charges, alleging political retaliation over his crypto advocacy. Roger Ver, widely known as Bitcoin Jesus, for his early promotion of cryptocurrency, is contesting charges made against him by the United States Department of Justice, DOJ. Ver, who renounced his U.S. citizenship in 2014, was arrested in Spain in April. U.S. authorities are seeking his extradition on charges including tax evasion, mail fraud and filing false tax returns. Prosecutors claim Ver undervalued his assets and failed to report ownership of about 131,000 Bitcoin. He denied the allegations in an interview with Tucker Carlson on December 10. "I wasn't an American citizen or living in the U.S. at the time these claims were made," Ver said. He accused the U.S. government of being angry, not about taxes but about his lack of obedience. Legal history. According to the DOJ, Ver failed to report significant capital gains from Bitcoin sales and underreported the value of two companies when he renounced his U.S. citizenship in 2014. Prosecutors allege Ver concealed 131,000 BTC, worth nearly $240 million at the time of sale in 2017, leading to a $48 million tax shortfall. Ver's defense argues the allegations are outdated and stem from ambiguous cryptocurrency tax laws. His legal team also contends that U.S. prosecutors misused confidential communications and violated legal protections. Political retaliation claims. In the interview with Carlson, Ver insisted that the charges don't stem from tax charges but from his high-profile promotion of cryptocurrencies, which he believes threatens government control of money systems. He also said that U.S. intelligence agencies orchestrated a campaign to suppress BTC's original goal of decentralization. The Bitcoin evangelist also linked his indictment to the recent publication of his book, which he claimed exposes government interference in the cryptocurrency industry. Tax evasion charges dismissal. On December 3, Ver moved to dismiss the U.S. tax evasion charges by claiming the case was unconstitutional and arguing that the Internal Revenue Service's (IRS) exit tax was inscrutably vague. In the filing, he said that the charges relied on provisions of the U.S. tax laws that were unclear about the application to digital assets of the kind that underlie the charges. The IRS exit tax requires that U.S. citizens pay all required taxes before renouncing their citizenship and removing themselves from the country's taxation system. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.